Recording in progress.
Lama Thubten
Everyone, please come in and settle down because we're streaming all of this, so we'll get started in a few minutes here. We want to be on time. Please find your seat.
Gar Jangchub Choling Chupa Usu Bhurme Bonjik Atlik Tuzambo TV and the Katsu Songbund Pepa Rajabi Songbund Pepa Pepi Kachin Boche Ven Lama Thubten Pilota se pomo Rana in Tatanga Musa Ven Lama Thubten Tama Tudicheta Tajikele Yata Ini tak cukup berjumpa maupun mampu people yang Wichita Ramoshio. Ini itu mampu makan jadi macam macam itu Robotik dan awak semua ini.
Iki nanti apa ina komen dok, ini pasti mampu koma song kita. Kailan så gitis kan sa botok. Ja på komen dok det var.
Fix the voice. They can't hear it.
I don't really hear anything. No, komen det ser komen dok. Kan så det kabata och ta nemo shona chichena shotop sarve.
the mind or something very close. If you want to sit here, I can.
No, they cannot hear.
Cannot hear.
Tan đưa đi, có chuyện là sao nhận được, tan ra thì máu mà được.
Rinpoche song de. Dani Rinpoche da na song na.
Danko Choling.
Ri kong chi ka zhe song song ni na yang tong su is ge se nga bo ko men do ina da na Rinpoche chi song na.
Om Aho. Om Aho. Om Aho. Tragedile. Teni tata chude sabaga teni Lama Thubten Nima to Gendimba. Teni tere jokwa Roma namba. Tamala teni. Pomo tragedile chwe.
So Rinpoche said Dashi Delek, and so on the special occasion of the inauguration of the new Dharma Center, I say I would like to greet everyone with Dashi Delek, Lama Thubten Nima, all the Sangha and the disciples assembled. Dashi Delek.
Do things for somebody, Thomas Hanjiki, Tini, probably getting a day Mangsa, Chutasa, say some children, getting a day, Chibo Satamjera, getting the Chibo to Bari, the leader, data, getting a day, Mesa Chubadarsa, data children, Chuto, Chungsong Tono, the Pim de Cheso, the Chubadarsa, Chu, Tatokia, Kitchen Winson. The way the leader that Chutoshi Banditini, get you with day, Shibadi, get you just on and get you with day. There is a young shoes that get you the so you they told the get you by just told the jaw, get you out the jaws, told the children, the major rock is to not Chibokare already. Marit, Papa Gendu Valley, Yeni, Zonde, Tomanity. Semkari, Manam Katanya Bessenji, the Deva, the Donator Charge, Titapona, Sunguri, Debatili Gochosan, Mangos Gochosan, Tata Jopataji, the little Chutosaba, Gonjichi Bandele, the Hajagaudo Chimuyo, the Tamar Tugichi, Lamatang, Telegis, Yeran, Jimda, Teresochi, Roma, you later get county, the Chusoshi about the Septi Tang, Tower make Tower it, or make Taman your it. Mari, make me the Chedi Tongue, because you said that you were Yapon Tongun Mari, Chetu Sawa, Semi Savage, Driva Haku, Mari, Tatago Mari, then make you about the Jumdi Tongue make it. Jumdi Tongue make the unity, Kangity, Kiwani, Cherabi Chap, Mamakani, Tatakani, Tomakani, Tota Parsum, the tongue of Tokyo, that will make Chujibek about it. Oh, there is talk volatility, but maturity, the Toko Yori, there is the Chushiba and Tatomani, something, some cheer, the Chiguri, some the Chigibo Kong, Tombani, Shabrangi, Shabrangi, and Hingi Yangi, Yori, there is Tony Hinges on the Joba territory, they are the David Joshua, Tony Hinges on the Joba territory, Toban and Hinges on the David Jo, the Chicken also. This day, you will go to County, Robert Dongan, Hinge, but they are some change over the Imani, a Cortata, the young nature, so somebody on somebody. You take the day, start over the body. Hot out the Satan Matamchegati got to show you, right?
In the Samadhi Raja Sutra, the Buddha had said, he spoke about the importance of an a community of Sangha, of noble Sangha, at a place where the Dharma has not widely spread. So in places where the Dharma has widely spread, there are many large communities of the Sangha, institutions of the Sangha. But the Buddha had said that it is of a greater benefit to establish a small Sangha community, such as a Dharma center, in a place where the Dharma has not widely spread than it is to establish a large Sangha community in a place where it has spread. So therefore, this Dharma center is extremely significant because it represents an assembly of the Sangha. And once 4 Sangha members come together, we are speaking of an assembly or a community of Sangha. And that is why when we go for refuge, we say, I take refuge in the Sangha, the supreme assembly. When the Sangha assembles, it is a supreme assembly. And so one may wonder then, why is it so special? What makes it supreme? Is it the people there? It's not specific people, but it's that the holy Sangha, what is in their mind? It's the mind that is important. But what is in their mind is that they assemble with the intention to bring benefit and happiness to all mother sentient beings. So they say, may beings have happiness and the causes of happiness, and may they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. And that really is the essence of the 3 jewels in the past, in the future, and also in the present. So therefore, I'm extremely happy to witness the opening ceremony of this new Dharma Center. I thank you very much. I'm very grateful for this assembly, for this Dharma Center. And I'm grateful for all the lamas and all those who support the Dharma Center, all those who rejoice in that marriage, all the benefactors, the donors, and so on, all the disciples who take part in it. And so that is because, the reason it's so significant is because a Dharma Center is opens the eyes to beings, the eyes to the view, the nature of the mind. So we may think that everyone has eyes anyways already, but it's not those eyes. With our ordinary eyes, we just see this life. And even in this life, often we don't even see this entire life. We just focus on the early part of this life and neglect the outcomes in the later parts of this life. So these eyes don't know how to look beyond this life. So the eyes that we need are the eyes of karma that look beyond this lifetime, from lifetime to lifetime in the future. And these eyes can see the beginning, middle, and end. So these are called the eyes of the view, or the eyes of the Holy Dharma. And in order to obtain these eyes, the only way to gain those eyes that sees things how they really are is through the Holy Dharma. And ultimately, the Dharma is loving kindness. Ultimately, also, all sentient beings possess Buddha nature. Buddha nature is empty of self-nature, and it possesses wisdom and also a quality of compassion. And that is what we call the union of emptiness and compassion. And that is the ultimate cause of all happiness, this union of emptiness and compassion. And that is inherent within your Buddha nature. So the opening of a Dharma Center is very significant because of that. In the Bodhicharya Vatara, it is said, the Holy Dharma is the single medicine for all sentient beings. Therefore, may it endure long. May those upholding the teachings live long, and may the teachings endure long. And therefore, it is extremely significant and important. I'm very happy to be here at the opening ceremony today, where a new Sangha assembles and a new center is being started. So I believe that all the gods and the humans rejoice in that. And all those in the world who engage in Dharma activities really are Buddha emanations of the Buddha. It is a commentary on the four wheels, and so there is the wheel on the kind of a sphere or wheel of the basis, path, and result. And even though we all possess the basis, that is, all beings possess Buddha nature, if they do not enter the path, then there will also be no results. And so there's this wheel called the emanation wheel of Nirmanakayas, who appear to help those unrealized to realize. And so that is the emanation wheel. And for example, like the Buddha Shakyamuni who has appeared. And then actually also those who found a Dharma center also are Buddha emanations. And then all those who serve the Dharma center are emanations of the Buddha. Those who come to listen to the Dharma are also emanations of the Buddha. And so in this way, through a Dharma center, the Dharma spreads far and wide. And so all those who really participate in any way are really Buddha emanations, we can say, because on the basis, they all possess Buddha nature. And then in particular, those who engage in Dharma activities of upholding, preserving, and increasing the Dharma teachings, whoever engages in these activities really are emanations of the Buddha. And also those who rejoice and so forth. All those who participate in these activities accumulate an endless merit. It is an incredible merit. And that is why we speak of the teachings as the precious teachings of the Buddha. So therefore, the opening of a Dharma center is extremely significant. And through the center in future times, benefit and happiness for sentient beings will continuously arise. And so that is the essence of the Dharma. May beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. We call that the precious bodhicitta, loving kindness and compassion. or the ocean-like treasure of compassion, of love. So that is the significance of the Dharma Center, and so the endurance, the preservation of a Dharma Center relies on the spiritual teacher. The survival of the teachings depend on these Dharma Centers and the spiritual teachers and those who contribute to the Dharma Center. So I'm happy to see the center opening, and I extend my Dashi Delek to the lamas and all the sangha of the Dharma Center. I truly rejoice, and from the bottom of my heart, I pray that the center will always remain without any obstacles.
대양에서 이제 산초스에 중종도 거기 모람들이 책탑지 이런 배 기모요리 빈디 종은 내적고성 대만이랑 내 받아 대기서 주소도 산제가 된 말이지. 저는 내가 빈방 돌리기 내가 타톡을 받더니 산제적 공방 타타바데 강아들이 답에 출렸더니 저거요리 이때 때바데 내는 유는 네이터고 그래 사막에 저네들이 때 강물이들이 저랑 난 세부터 사축 세대들은 뒤설마가 주박을 뒤set지도 저 비바데 온다고 띠마 여행대 받다 내가 타로 참여를 몰람자야 돼 띠마 저비지는 그때 잡지 되죠 저 띠마 저바탑지게 되는 게들이 도공 몰한테 요소도 받더니 돌라 라로 송제가들이다 유명도 내바다들 띠바데 다시 제바 들이 세계 담들 비바데 디와 자정화 뒤에도 몰람 제베 바데 몰람데 로버가로 저도 오때가 추소도 되리 사지가 때 말에 괜히가 이제는 괜히가 데 때다고 공부는 들이 때라 소바자치 버리들이 때라 괜히가 데 이제 있나한테 뒤섬지 사지에다 뒤섬지 고조섬도 참고요리 대탑에서 하면 봐 찍들이 정거요리 대타고 공부하시는 들이 하는 거 대타 대박 dimbuji는 그때 잠지 저기 들 뭐라면 저거요. 들 답죠 감사한 들 자시들이 들 타마샤에 지속해 가고 차서 주도나 봐.
So this prayer that comes from the Bodhicharya Avatara is very important, and when you read those the words of this prayer, it's important to also really reflect on the meaning of these words. So first it says, the precious teachings of the Buddha are the only source of benefit and happiness for sentient beings. So the Buddha's teachings really are represented by the Dharma Center, because through Dharma practice, beings will temporarily be able to attain the happiness of the higher realms and ultimately attain a state of enlightenment. That is why it is important that the Dharma Center remains for a long time and that we preserve from the Dharma Center. And so then if we do that from the bottom of our heart and really engage with this motivation in the Dharma activity, also in our outer and physical and verbal activities, then the benefit of sentient beings will be accomplished, and that is what we need to accomplish. So that is this first line of the prayer in the Bodhicharya Avatara. The source of all benefit and happiness are the Buddha's teachings, and then it continues, may those upholding the teachings experience a long life. And so that refers to both the lamas and the disciples. May their lives be long so that the Dharma may continue to flourish and remain. And in this way, the benefit of sentient beings will arise uninterruptedly. So this is a prayer that you should always recite. And when you recite this prayer, think about the meaning. And as you read these words like the Buddha's teachings, then you reflect on what that means. And so it means that when a community of only 4 Sangha members comes together, we speak of an establishment of the Buddha's teachings. That is extremely significant. So even if only 4 Sangha members come together, they, within that assembly, the blessings of all the Buddhas of the 3 times, the 3 jewels of the 3 times are all complete within this assembly. So please keep that in mind. And then the prayer then concludes with, may the teachings endure long and the life of the upholders remain firm like a victory banner. So that is the prayer that I make, and I hope you're all well and Dashi Delek, and I'm so happy to see all your faces today, my Dharma friends.
그래서 Lama Thubten Nima 소인비 되게 님만 남당 주로 소마 주로 남아라더니 다시 내가 가다 벌거이
And I'm offering Hadashi Delek, and I'm offering a kadak to mainly Lama Thubten Nima and all the Sangha, all the disciples, all my Dharma friends.
대한들이 주로 남아이 그 정보대로 서상지가 된바 망상지가 된바 상상지가 된바 망상지가 된바 싶었다 삼제리 삼바치모 삼바체미바리 영의 제방아 내가 견딘바 이상 지박 차지 용을 때 낭상지가 된바테 지박 차지다 말아라 라는 거래.
And Dharma friends, what is important is to understand the Buddha's teachings have an outer, inner, and a secret aspect. And the inner aspect of the Buddha's teachings is the mind of love, or immeasurable love. And immeasurable love is a mind that refrains from harming others entirely. So it's important that you form this karmic, this habitual imprint in your mind of having an awareness of I am a Sangha. And that is the inner teachings, the inner aspect of the Buddha's teachings. So it is my hope that you will never separate from this imprint.
상황 상제제 때마다 대식 인물이 정말 자유장 그때 나중에 들이지 남도나 들이지 선지 상제 상제 뭐 대다로 상황 상제 상황 상제제 때마다 정말 요래 대랑 의식지고요 라신 상제 정보 맛이 있어 대다로 제대로 장례 동담의 때마다 상황 상제제 때마다
And then there is the secret aspect of the Buddha's teachings, and that is Buddha nature. And Buddha nature is all pervasive. So all beings really have that nature. It is just they haven't realized that. And therefore it is the secret Buddha's teachings. All have that within them. It is just we need to gain certainty in that. It is said, I have not recognized that my own mind is actually the Buddha. So always keep that in mind. The ultimate truth, the ultimate reality, that is the secret aspect of the Buddha's teachings.
Hi everyone. My name is Min, and I've been asked to speak a few words on how this center came to be because I've been working with Lama Thubten Nima for the past 4.5, almost 5 years on this vision, and now that it's becoming, has come to realize, we are seeing how it's just actually, again, just a start. But about 4.5 years ago, I was driving Lamala around in San Jose and for a Dharma event, and I said to him, because he has a Southern California center, that there should be a Northern California center for the benefit of the people here. And so he said, I too have been thinking about that. Of course, I've seen him around, I've been to Garchen Rinpoche Choling, the LA Center, and I've been to Garchen Institute, and I've seen him around before and asked him some questions, gone to teachings, but all I said was, I can help not thinking much of it. But so I was very surprised a few weeks later when I got an email from him saying that he wanted to organize an Amitabha event as an empowerment and for teachings for the weekend back in November of 2017. And why I was surprised was because at that time, I really didn't know anything. I mean, I certainly don't feel like I know much now, but I decided to do that. And we didn't even have a website. We didn't have a space. Luckily, there was a sponsor, so we had to garner an email list. I remember creating posters and sending out to different centers in the area, Buddhist centers, to see if they would also post about this event. And somehow, just like now, about 30 people came, out of thin air, it seemed. And it was, even the struggle of like finding a translator in the area, it was very much learning, like to be of service with like miraculous things started to happen. So 6 months later, we had another event, this time at 30 minutes north in Fremont, and it was Thousand Arm Chenrezig Linye, and that was May of 2018. And at the first event, we didn't have a name, and then I got, word from Lama here that we have our name now, and that it's been blessed. And again, at that time, I was in grad school, and I was thinking, wow, like we didn't have much money, like how would we these things, just take some work, but just had friends coming out of the woodwork saying, oh, there's this center, and it's, it was a beautiful space, and people donated food just like now. Just as we are speaking now, there's people in the kitchen, people with audio, so much went into it. And it was such a blessing as it is now. And I think most of you do know Lama Thubten Nima, so I will not kind of go into his amazing history of all the Dharma work he's done. What I can just share is just my personal experience of working with him. I would say that he is a man of few words, because when he's not speaking, his mind is engaged in mantras and other things, thinking about how to really grow the lineage, be of service to the community, benefit. But somehow things just get done around him, and it happens very fast. Like when we decided that Sacramento is the space that should be for the center, because there really isn't that many Vajrayana authentic centers. There's really, in the Bay Area, yes, but not in Sacramento. There's so much room to grow, and it just happened in a space of weeks. So here we are, and we're at the very seedling state. For example, there is not, currently there's only the Facebook group. We haven't created the website for it. And I am kind of purposeful in doing that because I want to engage the community. The center only benefits or exists just like the teachers for the community. So as we build out programs, we would love your feedback and engagement of what would help. Like, for example, if you want to host some teachers and have suggestions for teachings, Lama Thubten Nima here will come back on May 21st and 22nd. So in a little over a month, and we haven't picked a topic for that. So for example, things like that. It's a co-creation of the space, and I'm so excited to see amazing things come of it. So that's my short history of it. And I again want to speak to Lama Thubten Nima here. He's worked so hard because, to travel from LA to Sacramento or Berkeley, or just to find a proper space over, looked at least 15 different spaces. And with the pandemic happening, that was a lot of work. Just like we don't see the years of work even before this for this vision of all the sponsors and all their well wishes for this. I really do thank everyone, and as we start the practice here, we will hold them in mind also, as well as the global community on Zoom right now. That's kind of all I have to say, unless there's any questions. After we do the Lama Thubten practice and smoke offering, we will have lunch and tea social, and then if there are people wanting to be involved, we'll meet back here around 3 p.m. or 4, depending on the schedule of everyone, and we can speak more of what the future holds. Thank you.
Okay, now opening prayers.
All mother sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and all-knowingness, may they experience happiness, be separated from suffering, and swiftly will I establish them in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. Thus, until I achieve enlightenment, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. Until death, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. From now until this time tomorrow, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. In the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. May all mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness which is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. In the Guru deity embodiment of the three jewels, I take refuge until awakening is reached. To liberate infinite destitute beings, I make effort to accomplish the Guru Buddha. May the offering substances of gods and humans, those actually arranged and those mentally created, outer, inner, secret, and unsurpassed, pervade all reaches of space. an instant I become the Yidam deity, in the space in front, on a sublime throne, precious and exquisite, and upon a lotus, moon and sun, sits the root guru, inseparable from Supreme Lord Chikden Sumgun. White tinged with red, he is radiant with the splendor of the major and minor marks. He wears bright saffron-colored Dharma robes, a monk's vest, and a red meditation hat, a sign of ultimate attainment. He sits in Vajra posture within a 5-colored rainbow sphere, his hands in the Mara subduing and meditation mudras. He is surrounded by the golden garland of the ultimate lineage, along with the masters of profound view, vast action and meditation. In front and behind, to the right and left, upon lion thrones and seats of lotuses and moons, is the divine assembly of Yidams, the 3 jewels and the Dharma protectors gathered like clouds. The light streaming from the 3 syllables at the 3 places invites the wisdom beings in identical forms. Victorious Lord Yobam, endowed with 10 powers, together with your retinue, the ocean of 3 jewels and 3 roots, by the power of the previous vows, which you took out of great compassion for all wandering beings, please come here without delay. Please be seated with joyful expression upon this lion's throne with lotus and moon. With bodies as numerous as dust motes in the universe, I prostrate to the embodiment of inconceivable qualities. I offer oceans of rams, all filled with water for drinking and washing the feet, lotuses, clouds of incense, arrays of lamps, sweet fragrances, food and music to fill all reaches of space. Mentally gathering the 5 objects pleasing to the senses, the 7 treasures, the 8 auspicious symbols and substances and so forth, I offer them to the victorious ones. I offer you a mandalam of 1,000,000,000 universes of all the 10 directions, laid out in groups of Mount Meru, the continents and the islands, all adorned with various desirables. Please grant it and please accept it and grant accomplishments here and now. To the Guru who embodies all the Sugatas of the 3 times, I respectfully pay homage with my 3 doors. I make oceans of outer, inner and secret offerings. I confess all wrongdoings and downfalls created by the 3 poisons. I fully rejoice in the 3 secrets. Please turn the Dharma wheel of the 3 vehicles and remain in the nature of the 3 Vajras. I dedicate an ocean of virtue completely free of the 3 spheres, in order to attain the unsurpassed state of the 3 kayas. Precious Guru, supreme refuge worthy of homage, embodiment of the victorious ones of infinite directions and times, with certainty in your ocean-like qualities, I pay homage and offer praise with 100,000 melodies.
Samaya Manupalaya Benjo Sato Tino Pa Nita
To Ratnashrim, the Father, who is the refuge and protector of all beings of the three realms, and who is the essence of the blessings of the body, speech, and mind of all the victorious ones of the 10 directions and 3 times, together with your lineage of disciples, I pray. Grant me your blessings that I may realize the illusory body to be the Nirmanakaya. Grant me your blessings that I may realize the life energies to be the Sambhogakaya. Grant me your blessings that I may realize mind itself to be the Dharmakaya. Grant me your blessings that I may attain Buddhahood in this very life. With this supplication, the retinue dissolves into the Guru. From the Guru's forehead, throat, heart, and navel radiate white, red, blue, and yellow lights, which dissolve into my 4 places, purifying the 4 obscurations. I receive the 4 empowerments, and the seeds of the 4 kayas are planted. In the end, the Guru also melts into light and dissolves into me. The Guru's 3 secrets and my 3 doors merge inseparably. The virtue from having perfectly practiced the glorious Guru, together with the virtue of having offered praise and supplication, I dedicate to all beings dwelling in the three realms of samsara. May they attain the state of the Guru, who is the whole of samsara and nirvana. By the power of the three chariots of the Sutra and Tantra vehicles, the assembly of kind lineage gurus, and the qualities of their three secrets, may there be the auspiciousness that all beings realize Mahamudram, the supreme accomplishment.
Aspiration. Sarra
To the unfailing sources of refuge, the three jewels and three roots, and especially Chenrezig, the protector of the land of snows. To noble Taram and Guru Padmasambhava I pray, please remember your sacred pledge of former times. Please grant blessings that this aspiration be entirely fulfilled. In this dark age of decline, the thoughts and actions of beings are corrupted, and the balance of the outer and inner elements is lost. Through these causes and conditions, humans and animals alike are seized by epidemics and diseases unknown in the past. They are struck by planetary demons, nagas, evil spirits, dark forces, and elemental spirits. Crops are damaged by blight, frost, and hail, and there is fighting and dispute. Untimely rains, heat waves, and droughts in the world, fear of earthquakes, fire, adversaries, and natural catastrophes, and in particular evil hordes that hurt the teachings and so forth, cause harm and violence throughout the world. May these be swiftly pacified and vanquished from their very roots. In the minds of all beings, human and non-human, may precious and supreme bodhicitta arise naturally, and free of harmful thoughts and actions, may the minds of all be filled with love for one another. May the entire world enjoy abundant happiness and wealth. May the Buddha's teachings spread far and endure long. By the truthful power of the three roots, the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, by whatever virtues roots there are in samsara and nirvana, and by the power of our highest pure intention, may this aspiration be fulfilled.
Dedication prayers in Tibetan pronunciation. 배워서 도지지나 IPO가
So, can you hear me okay? Okay. So, we have about 15 more minutes. So if you would stick with us for at least 10 more minutes here before lunchtime. I was a little nervous, but now I can relax because we finished the ceremony. So we can have a 10-minute Q&A with Lama here, and just kind of open the space up because we did say that we wanted to involve the community as much as we can, that it exists for the community. I guess I can start, Lama. If you can tell us what the meaning of the name is.
Yeah, maybe can he use your microphone? I think there's something with his Gape Lama's microphone. It's very muffled. I can't hear it. It's a little better. You're making a lot of noise here and hearing thing. Yeah, God, Payol Geming. Die Zeit. Yeah. It's almost impossible to hear. Yeah. Also.
Okay.
Yeah, Lasso.
Oh yeah, the chuzo ka main the career is wa. Gar Jangchub Choling to the maso pai the gar ko ba main. Ni pa single no jang no gar sina gon pa la ko rin ka chen ro cha la ko wa gar. Lam ba ni ha ko rin Jangchub Choling sina ta Jangchub sina no ta ma. Wo pa wa de Jangchub sem. Na ba ni kun jo ta Jangchub sem so lo ko wa. Choling sina ni ta te ta ke Sanjog se namba ni tapar dansa ni nera ni sane.
So the name of our new center is Gar Jangchub Choling, and that's actually the name of our monastery at home in Tibet. So the Gar monastery is called Jangchub Choling, and so this monastery, Gar monastery, is a name for the monastery, and also it is Garchen Rinpoche's name. And so that is Gar, and then there is Jangchub, and so Jangchub refers to the mind of enlightenment or bodhicitta. And there is two kinds of bodhicitta, the relative and the ultimate. And then Choling means like Dharma island, which is like a place. It is a place where people can train in developing the two kinds of bodhicitta.
Another question is, since I see Rinpoche online also, he's talked about the benefit of the Dharma Center. I was wondering if he has anything additional to say, and if not, if Bape Lama would also kind of talk a little more about his hope and vision for maybe the next year or more.
Okay, morangi kabana la kerang suna pe yapo sari pe selbore. Teni motilag dana Garchen Rinpoche the chitang chuchok ping gola kashi song song tani di thola tani tarong di gola dis gate sankrang soya yona song ronang tani the mombala kang chuchok imul da chuchok mombal ya chuchok imul khare res ni chuchok dik la tena khare drop ko ris kerang di gola song ronang
te Rinpoche ke soa na yin sanje timba yabu tar de sa ke sa la che gomba chenpo je yin de pa le ne sanje timba jida mesa ke sa la chung chung je je na yin yong te che ge song yo ge song song a ta ga na yin ya la ya ne ne ta ti ta ta ri Sacramento de la te chu cho je da che yo sa ma re sa ja yin na te chu cho ga la kan sa yo sa re de ana de ta wa che tsukpa la tene tene di jaju ke chula to nanda karsigura to nye yo pa tende mampo te la pa tse pin to ya ke ta le jumde lo ko la te lobjan na re tene te sa re ke la lenga ti gani na re tende sen ta te sa re ke ma pa le pin to ya ke tende ke yo yo wa.
So it is just as Rinpoche, Garchen Rinpoche had said, and so it is said that it is of a greater benefit to start a small Dharma center in a place where the Dharma has not yet widely spread than it is to build a large monastery at a place where the Buddha's teachings have already widely spread. And so, therefore, likewise, here in America, it is generally a place where there are not so many Dharma centers and establishments. In other places, there are many more Dharma centers or establishments. And so, as for the goal of starting a Dharma center here, it is for those who are interested in the Dharma and in Dharma practice to benefit them, so that they have a place to study the Dharma, to learn about karma, cause and effect, and to practice the Dharma. And in this way, it is my hope to benefit them in the future.
Mesa yo marwan de no na de ko na ba tan chang chang chu de onye yo wa de se ne yang de san de ko yong sa de
and then moreover so in this area there are actually a lot of Tibetans who in the past used to stay in monasteries. And so there are many of them who are really interested in the Dharma, but so far there really hasn't been a Dharma center in this area, and so for them it will also be beneficial because they are also very interested in Dharma activities. And so also recently, even before we actually got the keys to the center, this community, the Tibetan community, they already were very eager, very keen on helping out. And will continue to do in the future. And then another very important goal that I had in mind is to create a place where Garchen Rinpoche can also come and rest, because it's a very a very quiet place. The air is very clean, and I thought it would be an excellent place for Rinpoche just to rest, just like a home, like being at home, and just to retreat or rest here.
So there are people in the Gompa here, and I was wondering if anyone has anything they would like to say or have any questions. We can take one more question. Okay. If not, I do want to speak a little more, just for a few minutes before we go to lunch, about, you know, some of the hopes. Personally, for me, I would love to help grow this and have things such as an advisory board where there is a diverse group of people from all backgrounds and ages to really help propel forward, be a force for good in the community, because I think we really need that after the pandemic. You know, many people are really looking to gather and practice together as we continue forward, because there's been such a sense of isolation. Secondly, you know, we definitely do need a lot of help in getting the word out. I think I mentioned about email groups and websites, but also really fun projects such as maybe a community center where people that normally wouldn't come here would maybe come to see a stupa or a prayer wheel and then learn more about the Dharma, things like that. We can brainstorm in the future as a cohort. And lastly, I do want to address, you know, I think it's amazing, just the name of the street. We're on Ardenist Drive, and Arden means tree, right? So, and tree means growth, and even Rinpoche has says that Nirmanakayas can be trees. So there are enlightened spirits that exist because trees are a nesting ground for all kinds of beings, birds, squirrels, and also for air purification. And then Nis means like there is a feminine energy also, just like there is when I visit, you know, GPI and do Tara practice, for example. The Nis is like governess, like there's a protection of the tree, right? So I just really thought that was interesting. And lastly, I want to highlight, again, I want to thank so much of course, Rinpoche being here on Zoom with us, and Lamala, many of you might not know, he's been here for 2 weeks at least before this all started, getting the keys, making sure the water's right, insurance, all of these kind of paperwork that we don't normally think about and we just kind of show up. But so much, like I mentioned before, the LA group traveling so far, people setting up tents, chairs, so many audio, making sure we do test runs on things and everything. So unless there's any other concluding comments from Lamala or Rinpoche or the audience, we'll take a few moments of silence here just to kind of soak it all in, and then
사차 진보도 되는데 다다 맞은 정도 사ben 소방 중요하다 우리 마음 발라 레와탄 제조로 자기가 나오지라 파소드나 나랑 소강제 가할래 자죠 레직소나 에야 보는 사례는 상 네 다다 나반나 이게 되게 허리 레고 바이는 자기 옆에 있어. 이게 자기 될래?
So also just for for the future plans. So right now we are intending to expand. So right now we have a very small area for group practice, but the hope, the intention is that in the future to also construct a separate temple or like a group practice area where a larger area for people to practice. So that's the hope, and perhaps also to construct a stupa. So basically, week by week, we are going to develop our plans for the center.
Thank you, everybody. Yeah.
Thank you.
Everybody sanga lama Roma samana tachi derek mamboyo tachi derek long life.
Rinpoche says Dashi Deleg and long life to Lama and to all the disciples.
Long life.
All right. So we're gonna head to lunch now. If there's people online also, if you have any comments or suggestions or you want to help out, please email drikunsacramento@gmail.com. I think I might have been on the chat, so if that hasn't happened, we can drop it in the chat, but it's drikunsacramento.gmail.com. And then also, we do currently have a Facebook group. It's growing. It's about 700 members. So if you look for us, that will also be dropped in the chat. That's where we'll start to make some announcements as we've been doing, and it's been growing organically. So that's all I have to say. Thank you so much again, everyone, for being here. And please come up and offer katas if you like.
Probably just unplug the HDMI and put it off to the side.
Recording stopped.